We're going to go ahead and send you out now back to the Westminster area, where we're now hearing from the District Attorney's Office. That is District Attorney Brian Mason talking about a shooting between CSP today and a suspect. Here we go.
And there were many people on that highway going both eastbound and westbound. And so if you were driving on Highway 36 this afternoon, either eastbound or westbound, and you saw anything, heard anything, or find later on that there is damage to your vehicle that you can't explain, please call the police. The fact that an officer or a trooper in this case, literally just doing his job, could be ambushed out of nowhere and then engage in gunfire heroically to try to prevent anybody else from being hurt is stunning to me. I don't use this word lightly either, but it is a miracle to me that this trooper is going to be okay. But we have to get more help from anybody who saw or heard anything today. A gunfight on US 36, which was started spontaneously by the suspect, who again ambushed a state trooper, cannot ever be considered normal. And with that, I'm happy to take your questions.
You described it as being miraculous. Can you expand on that? That the trooper had only the injuries that he did?
The trooper had no idea that this was going to happen. Unfortunately, as I said, I've been to many scenes involving officer-involved shootings, and they are always tragic, and we always do an independent investigation, which is what we're doing today. But typically, before an officer ever fires his gun, there's some kind of lead-up. There's some kind of warning, whether it is a traffic stop or whether it is responding to an ongoing crime that's in progress. This trooper had absolutely no warning whatsoever. There are cars coming on both sides of the highway. There would be no reason for this trooper to ever anticipate that one of those vehicles would slow down and unload his gun into the trooper's vehicle. And the fact that he wasn't killed, to me, is, yes, miraculous.
What can you tell us about the suspect? Any information you can share at all so that we have a clue about who this person is or was?
At this point, we have not identified the suspect, so I don't have any information about this person to share.
Any information that, I don't know, you can get from the vehicle of the car?
It's a black truck, and we've run the plates, and we are actively trying to seek out the history of this truck and of the suspect to learn more. Anyone else?
There's a lot of talk lately about gangs in the metro area. Does this have this type of feel, like some type of a gang initiation or some type of gang-related violence?
At this point, I have no evidence one way or the other of whether or not this is gang-related, but it is certainly something that we're looking into. Hopefully, when we're able to identify the suspect, we'll learn more about his criminal history and his affiliations and be able to know more.
The amount of people driving, is it believed someone's car could have been hit then?
Yes, there was a lot of gunfire going back and forth between the suspect and the trooper. Again, I just walked the scene and saw the shell casings on a highway that has been completely shut down. Again, an experience that is unlike any I've ever had in my career. And the number of shell casings suggests that this was a shootout. And so I think it's highly likely that a bullet struck another vehicle. And again, it is miraculous to me that nobody else was hurt. But it is possible that a driver driving on either side of US 36 was hit, and not a driver, a person, but a vehicle. It's entirely possible that another vehicle or multiple vehicles could have been hit and the driver wouldn't have known. Driving on a highway is loud. And so I want people who are driving on Highway 36 today to look at your cars. And if you see something unusual, call the police. We'd like to talk.
You've been listening to District Attorney Brian Mason talking about what he describes as an ambush. Someone driving on 36 today shooting at a CSP trooper. Suspect is dead. Trooper is injured but okay. At this time, expected to survive. They are looking for witnesses, people who may have also taken some bullets to their car, and they're doing their investigation, trying to figure out what the heck happened.
And you hear District Attorney Mason saying that it's a miracle that this trooper will be okay. We still don't know exactly where he was shot or what condition he is right now, but we do know that that trooper is expected to survive and is expected to make a recovery. We'll continue to follow this breaking news developments throughout the evening.